Hi, I'm Dan Cottrell and I'm here to talk to you about what do you need to know before your first session. So you've probably got some ideas, and probably your players have got some ideas. You're going to think about the sort of numbers, the timing, the equipment. But let's start to think about some of the essentials that you need. Well, obviously number one is health and safety. As you're going to be an assistant coach, the health and safety will be the responsibility of all the coaches, but there will be a senior coach or a head coach who will take full charge of that. Make sure you know your role within that. So let's think about the session itself. And here are our top 10 ideas or essentials to make your session start well. First of all, you need to know the venue. And when I say that, it's not just the place that you are training, but it is also exactly where you're training in that space. It could be a corner of the pitch, it could be a place that you're not familiar with. Once you understand that, you've got to know what start time is for the whole session, but within the session, when are you going to be doing your activity? Will it be at the start, at the middle, or near the end? Once you've got an idea of that, you'll obviously need to get a feel for the numbers. Now, I'm not just talking about the numbers as a whole, but maybe the group numbers, the number of players that you will be using in your activity. And that might mean you're coordinating with other coaches, or you might have another coach working with you. These are the sorts of things that are worth knowing beforehand before you sit down to plan out your exact session. Once you've got an idea of that, then you want to know what sort of equipment you need. Sometimes that's going to be aligned with the sort of stocks you have. Now, I'm sort of assuming you're going to have some balls and cones, and that helps if you need to know how many balls do I need for how many players. Once we've got that idea, we've got to think about how long the activity is going to be. I'm probably suggesting that one activity will be from 10 to 15 minutes. You need to know how long, because there's nothing worse than another coach having to wait while you finish your activity. Now, those are the bare bones of the actual activity. Within the activity, I always think it's worth knowing when the next match is, so you get a little bit of a focus for the players. They can be thinking ahead to when they might put some of these skills into action. Within the session, you need to be aware of what happens if a player gets injured. So, if they do, who will look after them, where they will go. And finally, it is worth knowing exactly who's in charge, the chain of command, so if there is a problem, you know exactly who to speak to. Now you've got all those 10 things sorted out, you've got a little checklist, you can start to plan your session for real.